Yeah, this scene right here is at Roundtree Family Mortuary. This is right at the intersection of Dickinson Avenue and West 14th Street. Still a very active scene here by police as they continue to investigate the shooting that sent a person to the hospital. Yeah, police say there is no danger to the public this evening as they continue to investigate a shooting that sent two people to the hospital in Greenville. Police say those two people that were injured were adults and that their injuries are considered non-life threatening. And this rally is set to take place at 3 o'clock as former President Donald Trump will be speaking here to voters in Eastern Carolina. Again, we're just 15 days away from the election. Tim Walz arrived here just after 3 o'clock and left here just before 4:30. And while his trip here was short, his message was simple: to vote. On Tuesday here at Food Pride in Grifton, people were stocking up on the essentials, getting things like bread, and of course, the other major essential for a snowstorm, milk. And employees here at Food Pride told me they've been busy the past few days as people stock up for the storm. And kids can do everything from learning how to drive a tractor trailer, and kids can also learn how to weld with this machine right here, and even learn how to run a crane. When looking for a hotel, almost everyone is always looking for the best deal. Let's look at the prices on Google for the Little Inn on Main. Almost all the prices are the same except for this one right here. Let's book that deal. Well, what if it turns out that deal is a scam and we've actually lost money?
Breaking news.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for News 12 at 10. I'm Andrew McClung. We start tonight with more breaking news. Crews in Carteret County are on scene of a plane crash. It happened around 7:30 this evening. Carteret County Sheriff Asa Buck says it happened near Highway 101 and Merrill Farm Road. Multiple police and fire personnel responded to the scene. An eyewitness said he saw the plane crash right in front of him and that he jumped out to help those involved in the crash.
From News Channel 12, this is breaking news.
Good evening, I'm Andrew McClung and we're continuing to follow breaking news from earlier today out of Greene County, where a man is dead after a shooting with law enforcement. According to investigators, they responded to a breaking and entering in progress around 10 a.m. this morning at a home along Judge Hardy Street in Maury, which is near Moore Rouse Road. Officials say when they got on scene, they found a resident of the home outside who said that a man had broken in their home and that they were still inside. Investigators say a deputy made contact with the man inside and that the two then got into a fight, which sheriff's officials say led to the deputy shooting the man. Authorities say EMS was called and they tried to save the man's life, but investigators say the man ended up passing away. And that man has been identified as 54-year-old Willie Thomas Lovett. Investigators say his motive for entering the home at this time still remains under investigation. Good evening and thanks for joining us for News 12. I'm Andrew McClung. The United States is preparing to deploy at least 1,000 additional active duty troops as part of President Trump's crackdown on illegal immigration. Roughly 500 are being sent to the southwest border where they're expected to help put up wire barriers and provide support to Border Patrol. The Pentagon is also sending some 500 Marines to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba to help prepare the facility to house detained migrants ahead of deportation. Meanwhile, the roughly 1,600 Army soldiers and Marines deployed last week have all arrived at the border. And tonight, we're learning that some of those Marines being deployed to Guantanamo Bay are Marines from here at Marine Corps Air Station Cherry Point. News 12's Elena Laster joins us live now from outside Cherry Point's base and has more details on their mission. A Greenville man has stepped up to help people in need in Western Carolina. Sean Hendricks says he got a call a few weeks ago that they were struggling to get Starlink satellites into the region. He reached out to his friend and said he could help, helping deliver and set up more than 60 Starlink internet units for the area. And that donation has turned into so much more, from clothing to food to shelter. Today, renowned novelist, screenwriter, and film producer Nicholas Sparks kicked off his tour for his new book. The New Bern resident held a meet and greet with fans today. It was at the Books A Million in New Bern. Those in attendance got a copy of his new book, Counting Miracles, while also getting their picture with Sparks as well. It's stop one in his 11-stop book tour that will visit cities like Houston, Texas, and Detroit, Michigan. Check out this awesome photo over New Bern this evening on the Neuse River from Neuse and Williams. A great photo to wrap up another great weekend of weather. Chief meteorologist Donnie Cox joining me now, and Donnie, is This great weekend of weather going to continue into this week?
Well, let it continue for a couple of days.
Check out this video. Snow in North Carolina, not here though, in Asheville, North Carolina. They had some snowflakes falling there on Friday, and we've actually got a winter system tracking its way towards our region, but we're not going to see any snow, I don't think. Chief Meteorologist Donnie Cox joining me now. And Donnie, how's that system going to impact us here in North Carolina and our region? Along Evans Street and Red Banks Boulevard sits Camping World. Right now, there's a controversy with the store. Not with the campers they're selling or their product, but with the flag flying outside the store.
There's no danger to it. It's not an advertisement gimmick, if you will. I mean, it's all about standing for freedom and what this country stands for.
Greenville City Council members say the American flag outside the store is violating a longtime city ordinance.
Currently, we allow a flag that is 216 square feet to fly, and it can fly on a pole up to 70 feet.
This specific pole was specially built for that American flag, which is 3,200 square feet, which comes out to about 40 feet tall and 80 feet long. And as for the pole, it is 130 foot tall. And for comparison, I'm 6'3", which is the equivalent to 21 people stacked on top of each other at my height to be the height of this pole.
I think there's 180 locations right now that have these flags and the flagpole, and there's 83 more due up next year. So it's just kind of our passion and our mission, right? It embodies what Camping World's all about.
Camping World General Manager Jim Foskey says a petition has hundreds of signatures in support of the flag.
It does kind of get frustrating because, again, it is a sign of patriotism. It is a sign of a free country that we live in.
Councilwoman Marion Blackburn says it's not a matter of patriotism, but city ordinance.
So it's very important from the outset to understand we are not considering an issue of patriotism. We are considering an issue of commercial display.
And our philosophy is, you know, we live in a free country and it's all about freedom, right? So hopefully they see that and they approve it and we can move forward and ordinance gets changed and, you know, we're all happy.
In Greenville, Andrew McClung, News 12. We're looking into a viral story for you tonight. It's being called the Carteret County Sign War, and it's taking on a life of its own. So I went and found out how the sign of the times started. Dank Burrito owner Clark Merrill knows a sign is an important piece of marketing.
You know, at Dank Burrito, we're all the time running different limited time offers, so it just kind of really communicates to folks what we have going on.
And what's going on right now in Morehead City is a war.
And it's just good fun.
That all started with Sam Turnage's sign at Yanni's Grill and Bar.
On the sign I had, "Happy Birthday, Jeff," for 26 days roughly.
And I just had a wild hair, wanted to just kind of pick a fight, and you know, I put up Yanni's "Quit being lazy, change your sign."
And I responded with, "We're not lazy, we're just busier than you."
And from there, the dueling dialogue took off, and others started chirping in.
Because they started with these, I guess, and now all the way down there, there's all the different restaurants messing with each other.
I think there's probably over 70 businesses that's chimed in since.
Businesses from all over Carteret County have given their 2 cents. From restaurants to local flower stores and even arcades. Plus, holy guacamole, churches have joined in. And in case you didn't know, there's even a song.
The signs are up and the drama's real. Carteret County, you know the deal.
Even businesses without signs have got in on the fun, making it the taco the town.
I have seen a ton of people stop and take pictures of all the signs.
I'm loving it. I feel like it's bringing the community together, especially like with like the upcoming election. There's like tension and all sorts of mess, and it's just good to have a good laugh.
It is just the greatest thing because the community we live in, we're all tight, everybody's tight, and it's the greatest thing to see.
The question many have now, when will there be a truce?
I have no idea, man. It's interesting. Like, I thought it would fizzle out a little bit today, but people are still posting and it's still gaining traction. So who knows?
Oh, it's not. I'm gonna keep it going as long as I can.
Now, if you want to keep up with all the beef with the wordplay, there's a group on Facebook that has almost every sign that has been put up. We have a link to that information on our homepage, WCTI12.com.